She slapped a bright orange HOA violation sticker right on the side of my patrol boat and shouted so everyone could hear, "Remove this ugly thing in 24 hours or HOA will tow it." My heart stopped for a second. Not because of her stupid sticker, but because she had just touched something she absolutely shouldn't. He stepped out of my garage slowly. "Karen, do you even know what you're doing?" She tilted her chin up. "Yes. I'm fixing this neighborhood. And this rusty boat of yours is breaking 3 HOA rules." He stared at her. "That rusty boat is an active Navy patrol craft." She snorted. "Yeah, right. And I'm the Queen of England." She tapped the hull with her knuckles. "See. Cheap metal. Probably bought it from a junkyard. How don't they allow abandoned toys on driveways?" He felt the pressure rise inside me. "Karen, don't touch it again." She rolled her eyes and slapped the hull once more, harder this time. "I can touch it as much as I want. I'm HOA President. I control what stays in this community." Her voice carried across the street. Neighbors peeked through windows, curious. She wanted an audience, she always did. "And by the way," she added, "I called a tow truck. They're on their way. This thing is leaving whether you like it or not." That was it. He stepped closer, my voice calm but sharp. "Karen, if anyone tries to tow this boat, they won't be dealing with the HOA. They'll be dealing with federal law." She blinked, confused for a moment, then forced a laugh. "Is that supposed to scare me? HOA rules are above your little hobby." He didn't answer. He just reached into my pocket and pressed a button on my key fob. A deep electronic click echoed from inside the hull, followed by a soft mechanical hum. Karen stepped back fast. "WH, what was that?" He looked her straight in the eyes. "That sound means you just messed with federal military property." Her face went pale. The wind shifted, carrying the faint thump-thump-thump of an approaching helicopter. Karen squinted at the sky. "Why is something flying this way?" He didn't move. "Because the boat sent out an alert when you touched it." She swallowed hard, and for the first time ever, she had no idea what to say. The helicopter dropped lower, its blades pounding the air so hard Karen had to cover her ears. She backed away from my driveway, staring at the boat like it had just come alive. This is ridiculous. HOA didn't approve any of this." He didn't answer. The wind from the rotor washed over us as 2 officers stepped down, both in full uniform, both scanning the area like they were entering a threat zone. Karen's mouth hung open. Why are they here?" He only called the tow truck. One of the officers approached me first. "Sir, we received a security ping from Navy Asset 47B, is this your residence?" He nodded, but before I could speak, Karen jumped between us and pointed at the boat. "That thing is violating HOA rules. Tow it. Remove it. I don't care what it is." The officer blinked slowly, then asked, "Ma'am, did you place this sticker on the vessel?" Karen lifted her chin proudly. "Yes. He enforced neighborhood standards. And he refuses to follow them." He glanced at the sticker, then back at her. "Ma'am, you just tagged active federal equipment." She scoffed. "And? HOA can tag anything on HOA land." He let out a breath. "Karen, my driveway isn't the HOA land. He told you that 100 times." Her face twitched, but she kept her proud pose. The second officer spoke up, voice firm. "Ma'am, this boat contains encrypted tech. Touching it without authorization triggers a federal response." Karen froze. "Encrypted, what?" He leaned a little closer. "It means the tow truck you called is about to drive into a federal investigation." Her eyes widened as she looked down the road, right on cue. The tow truck was turning the corner. She panicked. "Wait. No. No. I don't need to tow it. Cancel the tow." The tow driver stepped out, confused. "Which one am I taking?" Both officers turned toward him, their voices sharp in unison. "Do not touch that boat." The driver lifted his hands instantly. "Hey, say no more. I'm out." He climbed back into his truck so fast he didn't even shut the door properly before driving away. Karen's face went red, then pale, then red again. "I didn't know. How was I supposed to know it was military?" He finally spoke, quietly. I tried telling you. But you never listen. She spun toward the officers. Is lying. Is using his boat to threaten the HOA. The first officer shook his head. Ma'am, we pulled his service record when the alert went out. Is not lying. Karen blinked. Service record. In Navy. Is Navy police. And this craft is assigned to him. Karen stumbled back a step, her voice small for the first time ever. You, jury military police? Y didn't they smile? Y didn't they brag? Y just said. You really should have read the sign on the hull before you touched it. Karen tried to recover her confidence, but her voice shook as she pointed at me again. This is still HOA property. The rules say we can regulate anything visible from the street. The first officer raised an eyebrow. Ma'am, federal property supersedes any HOA regulation. This